another personal training mentoring blog about the sales process, which you could do at the beginning of a complimentary consultation with a client. They can be any kind of inquiry, and these are lead questions and follow processes that I follow to get the right amount of information out of them, so then I can get them results, or basically sell them what it is that they're telling me that they need. So I will use a sheet like this, which has prompting questions on it for myself. I know them off by heart, so sometimes I'll just use a blank piece of paper and sit there and talk to them like I'm really interested in them, because I actually genuinely am. And if you're not interested in people, then you're definitely in the wrong industry. So after 2 or 3 minutes of bonding, in which case you can ask them, great, what have you done before as far as exercise? What do you do when you come into the gym? Have you been exercising for a really long time? What do you really like about the gym? Then you need to get down to the nitty-gritty, which is, okay, really at the end of the day, what are you here for? What is it you want? Obviously, well, hopefully they have a definitive answer, because if they don't, and you're sure 2% of the population doesn't, but if they don't have a definitive answer, then you can't get them their goals, and you can't sell them into anything either. So you need a definitive answer. Okay, I want to be a size 8. Great, okay. Why? What do you mean? And I will ask that question in a similar way over and over and over until I layer and unravel layer upon layer upon layer of their reasons why. And it lets them sit in an emotional space of pain. So it's connecting them to, I don't want to be fat like this anymore. And it was not long ago that, I was already a size 10, they'll be saying. And, since I had this kid or this, then, I put on so much weight, or I went overseas and this happened. And you can ask them, really, okay, so what size are you now, and what size do you want to be in relation to their goals? I would prefer to go by dress size rather than weight on the scale, just because that does chicks' heads in a little bit if they're weighing themselves all the time. But you use whatever measure method you think works, and they will tell you. So it's been a really long time since I've been, size 10 or whatever. It's been great. Well, what happened? What happened in your life to make that happen? And what are you doing at the moment? And what is it that you think that you need to know to be able to get that size 10? Then they will tell you what it is they think they need to know to get the size 10. And that's the service that you're going to provide, is what they've just told you, right? So they've just told you what it is they need to know. I need to know the right exercise to do. I need to know the right food to eat. I'm not sure how to get the results. They'll say some kind of version of that. They might even say, I don't know, I just want to get a program, which really just means I don't know what I'm doing in the gym. I will then, if I have enough time, depending on whether I'm doing 10, 20, 30-minute chat consultation, say, okay, look, has anyone looked at your food before? Have you spoken to a nutritionist, dietitian, naturopath, or anything? No, they usually say, and most trainers don't go into it, so be careful if you do, because you're not supposed to give advice unless you do have a qualification or certificate, because you're not legally covered. But I will get them to give me an example day. I'll write down very quickly what it is they eat, and then I'll give them a piece of gold. Right, I can tell you now, I know you're worried about belly fat. I promise, if you change your breakfast from, for example, this to this, you will get almost half the results that you want in about 2 weeks, and that is not a lie. And I will make another blog post on some really sharp tips to give clients about food and exercise. But with food, eating higher saturated fat in the morning, so eggs, maybe a little bit of meat, leftover dinner, makes the world of difference to their blood sugar, which to a woman means they will get a thinner midsection faster, and that's what they want. Now, conscious that this is free information that you're giving away, I don't care. Keep giving information away, but know that if this person walks away, they're probably not going to implement what you say. So, take them with a little bit of a grain of salt. They might not be that serious. However, if they are, 1 dress size can be lost in 8 weeks if someone is serious. Hell, it can be done even faster than that if they really want to go hell for leather. but this is how you sell them into a package. So you've found out what their pain is. You know that with the right amount of weight training exercise, which just needs to be different to what they're doing, you can get them a dress size in 8 weeks. Hell, you could maybe even get them 2 dress sizes in 12 weeks if they're big enough to lose 2 dress sizes. And that's where the gold is.